Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me, boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Happy, what day is it? Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Oh, it was a Monday. It was the Mondayest of Mondays that could ever Monday in Mondays. Monday! So, listen, I hope everybody had, if not a great day, then at least a good day or a passable day. We're done with Monday, so that's good. So listen, last night, this might be a long video. Last night, I watched Sister Wives. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I can't stand this man. I cannot stand Cody Brown. Let's get that out of the way. And I'm not a fan of Robin either. Okay, so before I get into this, it looks like this whole, well, not the whole episode, but a lot of the episode is focused on whether Janelle is going to live in Coyote Pass, or if she is going to move in and buy a home with Maddie and Caleb, which I think would be awesome, away from Flagstaff. That would be great. But from what I understand, I think I had seen in one of my reality TV show like groups that I'm in on Facebook, that it looks like Robin's house is up for sale. Would you want to live in that thing? I wouldn't. Not after all those. You don't know what's in that house. I mean, I'm not thinking it's as bad as P. Diddy's house. However, no, thank you. All the hair product from his old ramen hair. No, thank you. Okay, so as I had said, now Maddie and Caleb are kind of had floated the idea out to Janelle for her to move out with them, maybe buy a property with them. And she says, I don't need a divorce. You don't need a divorce. However, we're going to find out a little bit later on how she thinks about this. Okay. So listen, the note on the property is coming due soon. And she's saying, Janelle saying Christine got out and she has her house. Mary built a business. Good for Mary. Mary built a business with all of her own money. No family money was used. Good for him. Now she said something to Maddie like, do you think your dad would want to pay this off? And she gave kind of a look of like, honestly, I have always thought that the reason why he keeps Janelle around is for the money part. That's what I think. You can't tell me any differently. Do like Christine did. Christine sold her part of Coyote Pass, got the money, and got the hell out. Listen, I'm going to tell you what. They all used family money to go in and get Robin her house. So she's no longer in the marriage. Why not get what's yours and get out? Why not? So then they're talking to Cody. Cody's like, I don't trust her. I don't trust Janelle. And what did he say? He said something like, I'll take care of this. The money's not it's not due now. The money is due now though. I mean, the balloon payment, it's due. It's due now. He's saying, I'm not giving her any information because she just takes it and she gossips. Meanwhile, didn't Janelle come right back and was like, he is like a sieve with information. He would talk to me all the time about what's going on in the other relationships. And I was like, Cody, I don't want to hear any of that. Right. And listen, Once again, Robin getting out there talking about, oh, I would be just perfectly fine with having Mary here, or Janelle living across from me, or Christine. Bullshit. You would be okay with Christine. You would be okay with Christine living across from you on Coyote Pass. Come on. Now, both Robin and Cody, are both thinking that Janelle would possibly build on Coyote Pass. Why? You don't even talk to that woman, but yet you're thinking she's going to be okay living next to you? And listen, so Janelle was talking to Maddie, and hell yeah, listen, you, Maddie, go in, buy out the debt, and then sell it off. She's like, well, go in, buy it, and then sell it off. And give Mary what she's owed. She's like, give Mary what she's owed, because Mary's been treated shitty by Robin, has been treated shitty by Cody. So she deserves, to get what she's owed. Now, the family, and this is the thing, all the family money went in to help Robin buy her house. So Robin had her house. Everybody else had their house. You know who didn't have a house? Janelle. Janelle had to be living out in a field in an RV. She didn't have nothing. But they sure as shit made sure that Robin got her house, and everything's always taken care of at Robin's. Okay, so listen, it was said that for like forever, what had happened was family equity would go in to help one person set up a house, and then it was supposed to move on to another person, right? But in like the last decade, it just changed to everyone being separate. Surprise, surprise, this is what happened after Robin got her household set up. So it was like Robin got what she needed, and then screw the rest of you. Now, I'm not saying, I don't know if this is something that Robin had said let's do, but it's definitely something I can see Cody being like, this is what's going to happen. Robin said that it was always going to be like, her house was going to be a family asset until that had changed over. She was like, I had no idea that was going to change over. So maybe Cody didn't even tell her. I doubt that though. Janelle said she had suggested to Cody, like, hey, since everybody put into Robin's house, I feel like all of our names should be on the deed. And he was like, no, because everything, it needs to be separate for Robin. Robin needs to be protected because, of course, and he's wondering why the other women are thinking that he thinks she's the favorite, that he treats her like a favorite, because he does, because of stuff like this. This is what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'm completely for Janelle getting getting back what she put into this marriage, because she sure as shit isn't getting anything from him in any way, shape, or form. Nothing. Hydrate with water. Wham! Ham! So Robin's like, I don't even know how you would calculate that. How do you calculate something like that? Like how much money would be owed? Well, there's people called accountants and who are trained to work with things called numbers and math and finances. Go to one of them and they'll take a look at it. They'll tell you exactly how much. That's who to go to. How would you figure it out? Go to somebody whose job it is. And then they were talking about debt. Like Cody there's so much debt surrounding them. Obviously, there's so much debt surrounding them because Janelle said he's always out buying like a camper or artwork. Listen, if your money is due, if you have a house payment or payment on land due, that's more important than a camper or artwork, okay? I mean, I can see maybe having a camper because if you don't pay your bills, then you're gonna need someplace to stay. However, campers, an artwork, no. You need just pay the damn bills, okay? And they were saying that it was brought up that Cody doesn't talk to his kids. And here's the thing that I think. I feel like he loses contact with his children once they get older. Because when they're young and they're not adults and they're young, they can be controlled. Once they get older, they can think for themselves. They can see shit going on around in the world. They can form their own opinions. They can make up their own minds. And he can't control them. That's what I think. Now, Cody says that he didn't cut off contact with Madison. She did. But listen, he says, which he contradicted himself. He says, anytime Madison would call, she would just call to find out gossip. She would fish for gossip. So I'm done. That to me sounds like you stopped the contact. That's what that sounds like. That's what that sounds like. What you could have done if you could have said, hey, listen, when you call me, can we just, not discuss that? I don't feel comfortable talking about, the other sister wives. He could have said that. He could have been the adult, but he doesn't. So Janelle went out looking at land in Montana with Maddie. It looked perfect. It was like 40 acres and there was a little creek. That's what Janelle wants. Janelle wants like a simple life. Like she wants someplace rural where she can maybe have a couple animals and it's just simple, easy living. That's what she wants. That's not what Cody wants. And it was beautiful. However, it was like, the thing that got me was it's 5 hours away from Christine. 5 hours is a lot. And it's 40 minutes from town. So they would have to go they would have to make 2 trips, one to take the kids to school, one to go back in and get them. So that's 80 minutes. I mean, that's over an hour a day. It just, that I agree. That wouldn't make sense to me. Now listen, Robin's like, I can't let go of Janelle. Here's the thing. Number one, please stop living in Delulu land. Please check in. Please check in to the same universe that we're all in. Also, stop thinking about yourself. That's just selfish. Think about what is best. Don't think about yourself. Think about what is best for that person. Janelle, there's no happiness there for her. He doesn't talk to her. He doesn't want any kind of relationship. Why should she have to live like that? She should have to live like that to make you happy. Listen, Mary has done that. I think that's the reason why Mary stuck around, is because she felt she had to be there for Robin. But listen, no. Let her get out. Let her live her life. And she was like, I feel like I am the idiot. You're the absolute idiot. You're either just, you refuse to see it, or you're selfish. I think it's a little of both. And here's another thing. Now listen, it seems to me like he said everything started to go wrong when with the kids. Everything started to go wrong when with the divorce, meaning Christine. He didn't come out and say Christine, but he's blaming Christine for everything falling apart. It was him. She left because of him. That's why she left. She left this marriage because of him. He's never going to admit that he's wrong, though. Okay? Because he doesn't think he is. Even if he comes out, a little bit later on, he comes out and says, well, we did things were done wrong. They did things wrong and I did. Meaning mostly they did things wrong. He's always the victim. He's always playing the victim card. So, and Christine's absolutely right. Listen, if you want a relationship with your kids, then fix it. You're an adult, fix it. That's what you should do. And they were talking about McKelty. You know, McKelty and Robin are real close. So she wants her at the birth of the twins. Listen, from what I heard, I read online that McKelty was in this Patreon chat and she had said that their relationship is not good between her and Robin because of something that happened at Garrison's funeral. So that is not the time or place. Nope, I'm not even going to get into it. We're not going to get into it because we're going to yell then. Okay. Listen, one of my favorite parts of this whole episode, maybe my favorite part of the whole episode, was when Christine and her kids were having a dinner together. And it was just all of them at one table. And she's like, everybody was crowded in. And I feel so blessed. I love seeing her happy like this and just smiling with no stress. I loved it. That was my favorite. That was my absolute favorite scene of this whole episode. So Christine and Janelle sit down and talk. Because Christine's like, I want to find out what's going on. So Janelle tells Christine that she's thinking of asking Cody to buy her out of Coyote Pass. But listen, if he doesn't, she's going to have to lawyer up. She's going to have to get a lawyer. She also says, like, it's over, but I haven't told him. Because they just don't talk. He doesn't even text her. And when he sees her, he avoids her. There's always some reason as to why they can't talk. Like, and that's what she said in the beginning too. Like, when she asks about this payment, anything about money, he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk. I find that odd. And he says it's because she gossips. I don't think that's the case. She has told him that she doesn't want him to be a part of her future. I mean, she ends up being a little miffed that Christine is asking so many questions about this, because she said her breakup is going to be different from Christine's. And the reason why is because of how Christine views religion, her faith, versus how Janelle views her faith. She said that Christine doesn't believe in their faith anymore. However, so their her vows really don't mean anything, whereas Janelle is still believes in her faith and still is strong in her faith. So her marriage vows have validity for her. And Cody comes out and is like, I am no longer in the faith, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Okay. So Cody is like unsure about what's going on between him and Janelle because they don't talk. Now listen, for real, Cody, honestly, I don't see completely in everything that happens. I see stuff that's on TV and none of it looks good. Okay. None of it looks good. Just read between the lines. It's done. And 100%, Mary is correct. Karma is a bitch. And it's coming back at you because how you treated Mary, ghosting her, is coming back at you. Because how you treated Mary is how you're being treated now. Do you deserve it? You sure do. You deserve that, you little bitch. Okay, so then and then they did the flashback, and he was like, I am going to take my family back, and I need for you to conform to the patriarchy. The fuck that is gonna work out. No. And turns out Janelle was like, that is not how it was in our vows. That was not in our vows, none of this patriarchy BS. Because if it was, I probably wouldn't have married him. And then Cody comes out and is like, oh, I didn't mean that. I said it out of grief and pain and failure. Bullshit. You said that because you need to be in control. And it kills you that 3 of your women were like, bullshit, and took control back and said, per Taylor Swift, fuck the patriarchy. Toss the patriarchy keychains on the ground. You always skipping town. So listen, you're mad. You're mad you don't got control over them anymore. So Mary, it turns out Mary went to the church leaders and was like, peace out, deuces, I'm done. No, she went to them and was like, ask for release, which in their religion, in the plural marriages, I guess, that's tantamount to, that's release, aka a divorce. So it wasn't called a marriage, it was called a covenant. He was resistant to the release. Let me say that again. He was resistant to, the release. Let's do that again. He was resistant to the release because he says, listen, he didn't want to be held accountable to the church. I don't understand that. Somebody explain that to me. I mean, somebody please explain that to me. So he says, oh, this is what had me screaming. He said, I needed her to just go away. And it was taking her forever to realize that this was over. You know what? Fuck you. It's not the right finger. Screw you and fuck you, Cody Brown, because listen, you strung her along all this damn time. So it turns out, listen, he said, when we went into this, I didn't know what kind of baggage she had. We really didn't know each other that well. So then why get married? Why would you get married? You didn't know how she was, so you just married her anyways. Why? Why did you have to? Why? So, yeah, you didn't know who she was, so you married her. So he's talking, and it sounds to me like he's saying she had like anger issues, maybe from something that happened in her past. So there's a lot of like anger there between the two of them. Janelle comes in, and immediately then the anger is transferred from the two of them to Mary and Janelle. And then Christine comes in, and it's transferred then from Mary and Janelle to Mary and Christine. I'm thinking, was he just adding more people in to like keep that anger away from him? I'm sorry, this man, he shouldn't be allowed to marry anybody, and he shouldn't be allowed to procreate. Because once they get past a certain age, he doesn't talk to them. And he says that in plural marriage, like a man cannot request a divorce if he wants to stay in the faith. Like if you want to stay in the faith, you got to stay in your marriage. So he's saying that's why he didn't. But wait a minute, you just said that you're no longer in the faith. If you're no longer in the faith, then why couldn't you just let Mary go? Instead of stringing her along and making her fucking miserable. He's like, and then at one point he says he didn't want out of the marriage, but she wasn't interesting anymore. She wasn't fun anymore. She was angry. Well, I mean, if you were married to somebody like that was paying you no mind, that didn't give a shit about you and was ghosting you left and right, how would you feel? How about you put on those shoes? How would you feel? You wouldn't feel great. He says that, once again, the victim blame, the martyr, the three of them kicked them out of the house. He's not playing the victim card. I'm not playing the victim card, but then says, things were done wrong. They did things wrong, and so did I. But listen, mainly it was them. He didn't come out and say mainly it was them, but it was them mainly. He starts with his whole, Robin was the most loyal wife to me, and the most loyal sister wife, and the best person for the family. So my loyalty is to Robin. No shit. Your loyalty has always been to Robin. The second she came into that family, your loyalty was to Robin. She was the shiny new, she was the shiny new thin wife. She was the new toy. She was the shiny new toy. So you stuck like shit to her. And it's not about blaming, but about choice. Nope. For you, it's about blaming. You blaming everybody else, particularly and mainly Christine. Because Christine's the evil woman that saw that there could be a life outside of you and your gaslighting. And then the other women caught on and started thinking for themselves. And really, for Janelle, the only thing that's really keeping her in Flagstaff is the land. So once that's done, she can get the shit out of Dodge. Cody saying that, so Cody saying Janelle is the one who sweeps things under the rug. Really? Because every time she asks you about Cody Pass, you have some excuse as to why you can't talk about it. Lastly, they talk about like a text message chain that went badly over Christmas gifts. Robin says that more was made out of it than it was. I guess her kids said that they felt kind of like it was an emotionally unsafe environment. And then both of her daughters talked, and her one daughter had said that she was told that they're not part of the family. They weren't made to feel welcome. But the other daughter said that the parents, I agree, the parents could have done a better time, could have done a better job at connecting the families. That's what I agree. Cody saying, some people in our family feel like they are better than others. And you know what? He didn't say it, but what he didn't say was he thinks Christine. Fuck that. So Janelle said she would do plural marriage again if the right person came around, because what she liked was her independence. Like if you have like 3 other wives, like everything isn't just falling on you. Like you can actually, when he's with the other wife, then you can have some freedom. You can have some time to yourself. I mean, when I say I get that, I understand what she's talking about there. I couldn't do plural marriage. because the husband having sex with other people. I wouldn't like that. Okay, so listen, that was it. That was all of it. I kept it pretty tame. So listen, in the comments, let me know if you watched, and if you did, let's talk about it. Let's discuss. I love it. And if nobody told you yet today, you were loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out in the world. Please take care of each other. Be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. Hydrate often, whether it's hot, cold, whatever. Hydrate often with water. It has so many health benefits. Plus, you get your steps in because you have to go to the bathroom and pee all the time. And if you're someplace where it's a dangerous situation, weather related or not, please be mindful, be smart, be safe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.